Hey everyone, I'm your host, Ryan, and welcome back to Speak Up, the podcast where we help you speak English with more confidence and fluency every day. And if you're joining us for the first time, we're so happy you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something very important: how to learn English alone at home. That's right, no teacher, no classroom, no coaching center. Just you, your motivation, and a smart method. But here's the problem. Many people who try to learn at home end up stuck. They either lose interest or they don't know what to do next. That's why in this episode, we'll break it down step by step with practical tips you can actually follow. And before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and support our podcast. It really helps us stay motivated and keep bringing you these valuable lessons.
Hi friends, I'm Priya, and I totally agree with Ryan. Learning English at home might sound simple, but without a clear plan, it can quickly become confusing. That's why in today's episode, How to Learn English Alone at Home, we're going to give you a clear structure that actually works. We'll show you what to focus on first, how to use your time wisely, and which habits will truly help you speak better English. And no, this isn't about buying expensive courses or downloading 10 apps. It's about building a routine that fits your life. So if you've ever felt stuck or unsure about how to improve your English on your own, this episode is for you. Stick with us because what we're about to share could completely change the way you study English at home in the best way.
Let's start with something simple but super important: your daily routine. If you're learning English at home, you can't just study whenever you feel like it. You need a fixed time. Maybe every morning at 7 a.m. or every evening at 8 p.m. Just choose a time that works best for you and stick to it. When you show up at the same time every day, your brain gets used to it, and that's how real progress happens. It's like training your mind to take English seriously, just like brushing your teeth or making tea.
Exactly. And once you have that time set, make sure you're not doing the same thing every single day. Try to mix it up. For example, spend one day reading something interesting in English, maybe a short article or a story. On another day, focus on writing. You could write 5 simple sentences about your day. Then, maybe try listening to something, a podcast like this, or even English songs with subtitles. And of course, don't skip speaking. Even if you're alone, just speak out loud. It really helps.
Yes, and you don't need to spend hours doing this. In fact, it's better if you don't. Consistency is more important than how long you study. Even 30 minutes a day is enough, as long as you do it every single day. Some people study for 2 hours on Monday and then do nothing for the rest of the week. That doesn't work. You have to make English part of your daily life, something you touch every day, even if it's just a little bit.
And pay attention to your personal energy. Some people feel fresh and focused in the morning. Others are more alert at night. Don't force yourself to study when you're tired or distracted. Pick a time when you feel your best so your brain can really absorb the language. And once you choose that time, try to protect it. No phone, no distractions, just you and your English routine.
You're so right, Priya. That focus makes all the difference. Even something as simple as turning off your notifications or finding a quiet corner at home can help you stay in the zone. Remember, you're building a habit, and habits take time. But once your brain understands that this is your English time, it starts to cooperate. Learning becomes smoother, faster, and way more enjoyable.
And the best part? You'll actually start looking forward to it. When learning feels like a natural part of your day, not a chore, it becomes something you enjoy, not something you avoid. So take a moment today and choose your time. Morning or evening, doesn't matter. Just start. That one small step can change everything.
All right, so once you've got your daily routine in place, one of the best places to begin is with listening. It's honestly the easiest skill to build when you're learning alone. Just start with 15 to 30 minutes of listening every day. That's it. You don't need to take notes or write anything down in the beginning. Just let the sounds of English surround you. Your brain is smart. It starts to notice rhythm, pronunciation, and sentence patterns without you even realizing it.
Exactly. And the good news is you can do this while doing other things. Let's say you're washing dishes, folding clothes, or walking to the store. Just put on your headphones and listen. That's called passive listening. You're not sitting with a notebook, but your ears are still working. Over time, this builds a natural connection with the language. And when you hear something again and again, it starts to feel familiar, even before you fully understand it.
Right, and you don't need fancy material. You can listen to podcasts like this one, English YouTube channels with clear speech, or even simple audio lessons. Choose something that matches your level so you don't feel lost. If it's too difficult, you'll stop listening, so keep it simple and enjoyable. The goal here is not to catch every word, it's to train your ears. Just like a baby hears thousands of words before they ever speak a single one.
And one more thing, don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. That's totally normal. In fact, it's part of the process. Keep listening anyway. The more your brain hears, the more it picks up. Over time, you'll start to recognize common phrases, connectors, and even emotions in the speaker's voice. It's like building a new muscle. It takes time, but it's working quietly in the background.
And if you want to make it even stronger, try repeating some phrases out loud while you listen. Just short ones. You don't have to get them perfect, but repeating helps connect your ears and your mouth. It's one of those small habits that can make a big difference, especially if you do it regularly.
Totally agree. Listening is where everything begins. It helps with speaking, pronunciation, vocabulary, everything. So treat it like your foundation. Give it just 15 to 30 minutes a day and let English become a natural part of your world. Even if you're just walking around your house, play something in English and keep your ears open.
Now, let's talk about something that really scares a lot of learners: speaking. But here's the truth. You don't need a partner or a teacher to start speaking English. You can start right at home, and the easiest way is by using a method called shadowing. It's simple. You listen to a sentence in English, and then you repeat it out loud, just like an echo. Try matching the speed, tone, and pronunciation of the speaker. You can pause the audio and speak after it. That's how you train your mouth and ears together.
Yes, and shadowing really works because it forces you to speak out loud. Your tongue and brain start working together just like they do in your native language. And the best part? You don't have to wait for someone else. You can do this alone, anytime. You're washing dishes? Talk to yourself. Making tea? Say what you're doing in English. For example, I'm boiling water, or now I'm adding sugar. It may feel silly, but it actually trains your brain to think in English. And that's a huge step forward.
Exactly. You don't need to create big speeches. Just say simple sentences about what you're doing, what you see, or what you're thinking. This builds confidence and improves fluency naturally. Another great trick is recording your voice. Just use your phone. Record yourself reading a few lines or speaking freely for 1 minute. Then play it back. Listen carefully. Are you clear? Are you pausing too much? This helps you hear your mistakes and fix them slowly.
And don't worry if you sound strange to yourself in the beginning. That's completely normal. In fact, it means you're growing. Listening to your own voice is like holding a mirror up to your English. It's a powerful way to improve your pronunciation, sentence rhythm, and fluency. Try this every few days and compare your new recordings with the old ones. You'll be surprised how much you can improve without anyone else around.
I also suggest setting a small speaking goal every day. For example, today I'll speak in English for 5 minutes, no matter what. It could be talking to yourself, reading a story out loud, or shadowing a short video. When you make speaking a daily habit, even if it's just a little, your mouth becomes more comfortable with the language, and your confidence grows step by step.
Absolutely. Think of your voice as your personal English gym. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the beauty of speaking alone is there's no pressure, no one to judge, no fear of mistakes. Just you, your voice, and your progress. So start small, but speak every day. That's how you build real fluency right from your own home.
All right, so here's something really powerful if you're learning alone: graded English reading material. These are books or stories written specially for English learners, using simpler vocabulary and sentence structure based on your level. So instead of jumping into difficult novels and feeling frustrated, you get to enjoy reading that actually makes sense. And that's how you build real progress, by understanding what you read without stopping every 2 seconds.
Totally agree, Ryan. And here's a great tip. When you're reading these graded books, try reading out loud. Even if you're alone in your room, reading aloud helps train your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. It's like giving your mouth a workout. You'll hear how the words connect, how the tone changes in a question, or where to pause. It's such an easy thing to do, but it has a big impact on your speaking skills too.
And while you're reading, keep a pencil or highlighter with you. Whenever you come across a new word or a useful phrase, mark it. Don't just move on. Stop for a second, try saying the word aloud, and use it in your own sentence. For example, if you find the phrase run out of time, say it, and then try something like, I always run out of time in the morning. Doing this makes those new words stick in your memory, and that's the real goal.
Exactly. And remember, don't feel the need to understand every single word. If you get the main idea, you're doing fine. You can go back to the new words later. The goal is to enjoy reading while your brain absorbs natural English. Graded readers make it possible to do that without feeling lost.
Start with level 1 or 2 books, and as you get better, move up. This step-by-step reading practice is one of the best ways to learn English comfortably at home.
If you're learning English at home, writing can be a total game changer, and it doesn't have to be difficult. One of the easiest ways to start is with a daily journal. Just write a few sentences about your day. What did you do? What did you eat? What made you happy or annoyed? Simple things like that. The goal is not to be perfect. It's to get comfortable expressing your thoughts in English every single day.
Yes, and when you write daily, even short entries, your vocabulary grows naturally. Start small, maybe 5 lines a day. Over time, your grammar and sentence structure will improve too. And if you want to take it one step further, try writing small things like descriptions of your room, a product you use, or even a short story. It keeps things interesting and helps you use different kinds of words and expressions.
And here's something that really helps. Use a free writing tool like Grammarly. It checks your spelling, grammar, and sentence clarity. You get instant feedback and you can see your common mistakes. But remember, don't rely on it completely. Think of it as a helper, not a teacher. You still need to try your best before you click check. That way, you'll actually learn and remember your corrections.
Exactly. And if you don't want to use the tool, that's okay too. You can always go back and read your journal entries after a few days. When you read your own writing with fresh eyes, you start noticing small mistakes or better ways to say things. That's how real improvement happens, by reviewing and learning from yourself.
Also, don't be afraid of making mistakes. The more you write, the easier it becomes to organize your thoughts in English. Over time, writing becomes a habit, just like brushing your teeth. And once you build that habit, you'll notice your speaking and thinking also become smoother because you're using English regularly in your own words.
Absolutely. Writing gives you control over your English. You get time to think, to choose your words, and to fix your mistakes without pressure. Whether it's 5 minutes in the morning or before bed, just make sure you're writing something every day. That small step, done daily, creates big change. Now that we've talked about making writing a daily habit and how reading graded books can help, let's move on to something really exciting: real conversations. You might think, I'm learning alone at home. How can I get real speaking practice? Well, there are actually great ways to do this without leaving your house. For example, there are plenty of apps where you can find language exchange partners from around the world. You talk in English, they practice your language, and everyone wins. It's a fun way to learn and meet new people.
That's right, Ryan. And if talking to strangers sounds a bit scary at first, don't worry. There are also AI chatbots designed to chat with you in English anytime you want. These chatbots won't judge your mistakes or rush you. They just respond and keep the conversation going. It's like having a patient friend who's always ready to listen. Using these tools lets you practice common phrases and everyday questions you'll use in real life. Plus, it builds your confidence to speak full sentences instead of just memorizing vocabulary words.
Exactly, Priya. This is an important point because many learners focus only on learning individual words, but speaking in full sentences is what actually helps you sound fluent. For example, instead of just learning the word hungry, it's better to practice saying, I'm hungry. Can we eat now? That way, when you're chatting with someone, you're ready to say more and have smoother conversations. It makes English feel more natural and less like memorizing a list of words.
And don't forget, even short conversations are very useful. When you start with language exchange apps or chatbots, try to respond with complete sentences every time. This builds your speaking muscle, helps you think in English faster, and improves your fluency step by step. Over time, these small chats will grow into longer conversations, and all from practicing at home alone on your own schedule.
Another helpful idea is to prepare some questions or answers before you start chatting. For example, practice saying things like, "What do you like to do in your free time?" Or, "Tell me about your favorite movie." Having these ready gives you confidence and makes the conversation flow more smoothly. It's like giving yourself a little safety net, especially when you're just starting out.
Definitely. And remember, the goal isn't to be perfect. It's about getting comfortable using English naturally, even if you make mistakes. The more you use these apps or chatbots, even for just 5 or 10 minutes every day, the better you'll get at speaking. This regular practice is one of the best ways to improve your English fluency when you're learning alone at home.
Finally, let's talk about something many learners forget: tracking your progress. When you study English alone at home, it's easy to lose motivation or feel like you're not improving. That's why setting weekly goals can really help. For example, you might decide to learn 10 new words, speak English for 30 minutes, or read 2 pages of a book every week. Small, clear goals keep you focused and moving forward.
Yes, and one way to stay organized is by keeping a progress journal or a simple checklist. Every time you finish a task, like writing your journal, practicing speaking, or finishing a lesson, tick it off. Seeing those check marks adds a sense of achievement. It feels good to know you're actually improving. Plus, when you look back at your progress, it motivates you to keep going even on tough days.
Here's a powerful thought. The moment you start tracking your progress seriously, your English learning will never feel stuck again. Instead of guessing if you're getting better, you'll see real evidence in your journal or checklist. This clear proof keeps you motivated and helps you adjust your practice if something isn't working well. Tracking makes learning more effective and rewarding.
Exactly. And it's important to keep your goals realistic. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to do too much at once. Start with small steps and gradually increase your practice as you build confidence. The key is consistency. Even a little bit every day adds up to big improvements over time. So, set your goals, track your progress, and celebrate your wins along the way.
That brings us to the end of today's episode on how to learn English alone at home. We hope these tips help you build a strong and simple routine that fits your life. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and support us. It really keeps us motivated to create more helpful episodes for you.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep improving, and remember, your English journey is in your hands. See you next time on Speak Up.